What's going on? This is Trader Drake's first YouTube video. I just want to go over something that I was looking at. I'm not a huge math guy. I'm not a big chart guy, TA. I kind of got involved in AMC because of the money-making aspect. And, that was back in January of 2021. And since then, I've just watched a lot of streamers throughout the days and watched AMC pretty much every day. So I was just looking at the OBV. I've seen a lot of people put out videos on OBV. I've seen a lot of people talk about it and that the price should catch up. So I thought it was super interesting to look at Tesla's OBV and then when it caught up. So it was super separated until this spike here. But it seems like it traded below it for a long time. So I think that helps manage my expectation with AMC that I think we could obviously stay below it for a long time. Let me see if, so here's AMC's. So we caught up during the gamma ramp back in June, and then it kind of has separated since then. And when you look at other stocks compared to their OBVs, they tend to line up a little bit closer, like this section here. It seems like Tesla is one of the exceptions that stayed separated for a while until you really start to see it, quote unquote, squeeze here from about September 2019 to November of 2022. And I think there were a few stock splits in between there. There definitely was a 5-to-1 split in August on 2020. So August 31st, 2020, there was a 5-to-1 split on Tesla. So that price, if we look, let's see here, sorry. If we look at Tesla's price during that split, August of 2020, yeah, that's when it ran to about $400. Post split. So that even caused it to run even more. And then obviously we see what Tesla's trading at today, highs of $1,240, a range of $890 to $1,200. So kind of crazy to look at that. And then it's just insane to me when it catches up. You see how much it ran even off of a split. So I guess with that conversion rate, Tesla pre 5-to-1 split at $400 would be worth about $2,000 a share because you're getting 5 shares for the price of 1. So had it not split, I guess relatively you could say it's worth $2,000, I think, or was. So I'm curious to see when AMC starts to catch this OBV. I think it's going to be super cool to see. And I mean, obviously, I think that confirms some people's theories that it may move like Tesla. Obviously, we don't know. It could stay separated for an extremely long time. You can see on Tesla it stayed separate for a while. But then if we look at Tesla's short interest, whenever it was squeezing back in September or 2019, I think. What did we say? Go away. Yeah, so if we look at the peak of Tesla's short interest back here. Sorry, don't want to zoom out. Okay, so if we look at the peak, 5.61 days to cover. The price was at $49.20 a share. And then we want, let's do percentage of free float short. So the exchange reported short interest. I don't think this is right. Exchange reported short interest percentage, sorry. So if we look at the exchange reported short interest percentage, 32% of the free float was shorted, and it looked, as you see days to cover spike, it looks like the exchange reported short interest moves to 25% roughly as they started to cover. So I think this helps manage expectation with AMC, which I think is super important. I think people are just going nuts with price predictions and all of that. But if you look at some of these numbers on Tesla while it squeezes, this is exchange reported short interest goes down from 32% to, let's see here, 13%. So let's say a 19% drop over the course of, what is that, April 13th, 2020 to July. So you're talking, what, 10 months? 8 months? Yeah, 10 months or so, and you're talking about a 19% coverage of short interest, and the price, April 2020, we can look at that, I guess. April of 2020. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of covering in here. That's kind of when it hit that $900 range. So that's that first real spike of Tesla. But yeah, I think this stuff's super interesting. Thanks for watching the video. It wasn't truly planned out, but I was just kind of looking at some of it and then made a tweet. It kind of got some interest, so I figured this is a good a time as any to create a video. So thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, I think this all just helps manage the expectation as you see some of these price targets of $1 million, $100,000. You know, I think it's important to keep in mind, you know, that there's expectation. We have to keep in mind who we're up against. We're up against the most powerful people in the world. I think if you look back at the 2008 crash and you look back at how many people weren't punished, you know, one guy went to jail and the people bailed the banks out. And that's in relativeness to an entire economic crash of a housing market. So we need to manage our expectation, understand that this is just one stock, two stocks with GME. And although it is an entire movement for the stock market, I think it's still important to realize that these people, they don't give a shit, man. Like, I mean, the people are just gonna have to bail them out again. Like, this is big government. It's corruption to the fullest. It's white collar crime. Nobody ever gets in trouble for it. So, yes, do I hope there's a change? Yes, absolutely. Do I think that that change comes on Twitter? Absolutely not. So unless there's more being done in person, you know, I don't know what needs to happen regulation-wise. I don't think we see much. So I think it's just very, very important to manage expectation. So best of luck out there. If this gets any traction, I'll make some more videos.